Alright, this is take two because my microphone wasn't working. So, I'm having some people with having some issues with lineups and ads and waves, and I just figured it'd be easier to make a tutorial video. So anyway, of course, you want to start out at the most important site, freedomfootball.com, where a lot of your answers are answered. No, a lot of your questions are answered. So come here. By the way, this is where you pay. Some people said that this link hasn't been working for them. So I've made an adjustment here. There's a link underneath that button that takes you straight to here. Please, if you have not paid yet, please pay. Um, I need to get some of this stuff in. Also, I do give you guys updates here. I tend to update this part first. So like the games of the week are listed here, and they're already in. NFC's is Booty Bird Pizza Guy, AFC Trailer Trash PC Sleeper, GP1 Stay Puft versus Burning Bush, and Terry gets 2 games of the week because Death Star against Dr. Brownfinger. Oh goodness. Alright, glad that one's showing up. Also, the power rankings, preseason power rankings are up. Go check them out. Each league has their own rankings, but each one also has, for example, the NFC, the league rankings is for the Freedom side, and Global is all 4 leagues combined. This one up here is just AFC, NFC combined. If you go to any of the Grace Point ones, you'll see that this is a combination of GP1 and GP2 rankings. This, of course, is the same as the global rankings for all of them. In case anybody ever wondered where the preseason rankings come from, because it's kind of hard to rank, the winner of each league will always be number 1 in their respective league, and then the software that I use to manage things and do some of my drafting, it ranks according to strength, and I use that for the preseason. And then after that, we basically use it. If you lose, you tend to drop. If you win, you move up. It's not a perfect. This is more of a like college style rankings. If you really want to see more of how your team compares with everybody overall, you can go into the stat side of the page and you can see that. So let's get back to what we were referring to. By the way, feel free to click any of these Google ads. They help the site out. Let it load. Shameless plug. If you go to home, that should take you to the front part of Freedom Football. If you click on, say, NFC Home, that takes you to the stat site. NFC, AFC buttons here in the middle are also the same link as AFC Home, NFC Home here. GP Home is the same as this GPF button. So, if you are going to do your lineup, we'll start there. Of course, you're going to log into your team first. If you're already logged in your team name and owner and all that will be over here on the far right. Now, everything I'm showing is based off of a PC connection, not a mobile or tablet. It's going to be the same, basically, just some of the fields and boxes are in different places. You just have to look for them. So, I'm going to log into my team here. Not my real password, in case you were hoping to be able to mess with me. Not my real password. This is not my first rodeo. So, when you come here, again, you can edit your page. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to go to, let's say you need to make a starting lineup. Let me click home real quick so you can see. For you guys that have multiple teams in the same site, you can see which team you're on by looking over here in the top right corner. Sometimes if you switch teams, you may have to hit refresh on the page so it loads the data differently. Also keep in mind, this is where I post things this video we're making right now will become this video right here. Your trade deadlines and cut deadlines, this is pretty static. This all stays the same all the time. Um, it does matter. Make sure your roster is legal. Um, I do have to sometimes go edit people's teams. They lose a player they were excited to get, but that's because they were not a legal roster. This will remind you what you need to be. But I do have the games of the weeks already listed here. Also the power rankings. Again, I update them on the website first. This one takes a little more work, but it is here. Um, and the rank per league is listed here. Of course, preseason total league rank is done by championships and stuff like that. During the season, it'll be by which league averages the most points per team. Alright, so you want to do your lineup. Over here, click on the left side, Start. Oh, I forgot I was going to clear my lineup out. So, to do your lineup, you'll see the box over here on the right shows you what they call the lineup card, what you have in your lineup. If any of these green bars on the left are red on your team, that means there's some kind of news of that player, injury related. Doesn't mean they're out. It just might mean they're banged up. Could mean that they're out. So it's worth clicking on a player's box and it'll open up this field where it'll give you information. If there's injury information, it'd be listed here at the top. So to do your lineup, I mean, this seems pretty simple. You click your player, you'll see their whole bar will turn green. Not just this little green side line, but you'll see the entire bar. And you click on the name. Make sure you click on the player's name, and it will add them to your lineup card. And once that's done, you come over here and hit submit. You should see this screen. That's indicating that you got it. I just got a text came to my phone because when I set it up on my team page, I've got my phone number here, and I can't remember if you have to, under the text notification, I guess you have to choose your carrier. Not sure why that really matters. Maybe you don't have to, as long as you put the phone number, but you can try that out. I did just receive a text that I changed my lineup. So back to my team page, or to the front page. I can tell I did my lineup also by looking here, this green button. These teams, the ones in red, have not made a lineup yet. If you don't make a lineup before the Thursday night game, you cannot use any of the players that were in the Thursday night game. If you do make a lineup and you want to change it after the Thursday night game, you can, as long as the players that you're trying to change in or out are not a part of the Thursday night game. That's one of the aggravations of the Thursday night games. Alright, so to add a player, go to add drop here on the left. It'll bring you to this page here. I know it can be a little confusing at first, but it's really not a big deal once you get used to it. Again, on your phone, it is a good bit different. You're scrolling up and down a lot more. It's basically the same, just things are in different places. So let's say I want to get rid of this running back. Now, remember, the transaction period from Saturday night to Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Central Time, is through waiver orders. And you can see the waiver order right here. The waiver order is a little messed up right now because it's Thursday. Our cuts went through last night, so the waiver order resets. And then it's going to reset again on Monday morning. So, actually Tuesday morning after the Monday night game. So the waiver order at this moment in our league time does not really matter. But just for argument's sake, just keep in mind it'll be worst record first. So it's worst to first. So from Saturday to Wednesday night, your cuts will be stored on the site. They won't go through right away. Wednesday night they'll be processed again from worst to first. So if I want to cut a running back and I want to be sure that he for sure is going to be cut and I'm going to pick somebody up, I might need to put several options in. So if I want him first, this guy second, my third choice, and my fourth choice. Uh, More than likely, I'm going to get one of these guys. Surely not everybody's trying to get these four guys. Um, if I put the wrong guy up here, I just click his name and click the correct one. If I put the wrong guy here, I can just click his name and put the correct one. I'll hit submit once I'm happy with this. And again, if it's before Wednesday, it doesn't go through. It just stores it on the site. Now, if I want to make another bid, I need a receiver. So I get rid of this guy, and I want to get a receiver. By the way, my phone just gave me a notification that I made a transaction. And I want to make sure I get a guy. Put a couple options here. You can do more than 4. You can do less than 4. It's all up to you. And I hit submit. Now, when it's dealing with the waiver order, keep in mind now it's going to take your first pick, your first choice, and then if you get a player off of that first option, you will move down the waiver order, and anybody that picks after you will get first pick. So you want your most important one to be listed first. If you want to change the order, you'll come over here and hit review claims, and it'll show you your list. And if you'd rather get the receiver or the running back first, whatever, you can just hit up, and you'll see it'll change the order of how you put it in there. Whichever one you want it to be claim 1, make sure you do that. If you want to edit it, maybe you change your mind. You don't want one of these guys to even show up in the list. You just click the name, hit submit, and then it'll change that. I can review claims. You'll see it's only got the 3 guys here. Now it does move it down because it looks like a new claim, so I want to move it back up. You can cancel if you want to get rid of it. Just cancel it. If you don't go and cancel, pickups, it's not going to know. Now keep this in mind. This has been a problem in the past. If you cut a player and he's in your starting lineup, it's going to it's not going to replace your lineup with that player you replace him with. It doesn't know for sure that's who you want to put in that spot. So you have to go back and change your lineup if you're removing somebody that is in your lineup. So if I wanted to make another move here and I was getting rid of a player that's in my starting lineup, it lets you do it. So just keep that in mind, that if you want to get a different player in your position, once it's processed, you have to go make your lineup over. And remember, if you want to be alerted, put your text on. It'll alert you. You can see that it's definitely in the system. On Wednesday night, cuts will go through. Then after Wednesday night, at 10 o'clock Central Time, it's supposed to be processed. And then at 11 o'clock Central Time, the first come first serve opens up from Wednesday night 11 p.m. Central Time till Saturday 10 p.m. Central Time. It's first come first serve. You get your players immediately. Right now it's not working because I have it shut off, but I will turn it back on after this video is done. Hoping that's all I needed to say. Trades work not a big deal. You just put the trade partner in here and you choose the players that you want to trade. That looks like a pretty even trade. You can add draft picks. I have to turn that on. Well, you can add draft picks. I just have to enable that. Usually that doesn't happen until later in the year anyway. And remember, you cannot trade an illegal roster. So whatever trades you have, to try to sweeten the deal, you have to keep, both sides will have to have equal roster. Both sides also have to demonstrate why they would do this. Obviously, I would not allow a trade that's lopsided. It does matter. The integrity of the league matters to me. So if both sides can demonstrate why they feel like the trade's even if the lopsided person is the one that's getting ripped off, can at least demonstrate an honest reason why, I can be talked into it. Sometimes we just have to do something to even it out a little bit more. I'm not letting people take advantage of others or collude with someone that's having a bad year just to try to cheat. So, if you have any questions, call me, text me, email me, whatever you need. I hope this helps, and good luck unless you're playing me. Peace out.